To the United stand. It takes a lot for me to change my plans. We will be live at 8 o'clock tonight, which is only a few hours away. But the breaking news, as many of you contacted me about, is that Marouane Fellaini will leave Manchester United this summer to Galatasaray. It's been linked in a few papers, but it's also been linked by their director that they are very close to Fellaini joining Galatasaray. I tell you what I think about that. This guy, he could survive the apocalypse. He's been here for 4 years. 4 years. How has he been at Manchester United for 4 years? And also, just to let people know, Christmas doesn't happen in July. This is not happening. This is not going to happen. This is a guy who played 90 minutes against Real Madrid, and that wasn't even enough for Mourinho. 2 days later, he lets him have another 45 minutes against Barcelona. Mourinho loves Fellaini. He told us last August he will make us love Fellaini. It didn't happen, but he hasn't fallen out of love with him. There's no way he's going to go. And I tell you what, I don't care if this gets turned into a gif, what an idiot Goldbridge is when he does leave, because I wouldn't care, I wouldn't see it. I'll be drunk and partying naked down the streets if he leaves Manchester United. Don't worry about that. But he's not going to. And I've heard this before from Turkey about Fellaini there. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately, he is very, very important to Mourinho, and I can see him playing 30 games again next season, which means we'll be battling for 4th place. I just cannot see him going. I can't see it going. I think it's total nonsense. I think he even believes he's really important to Manchester United now, and I think Mourinho certainly does as well. So, look, it's all over social media. The interesting thing is, I think it's even worse than Matic. It's I've been out this afternoon playing football with my daughter, not really paying much attention because I didn't expect anything to happen. Ed Woodward's in bed again. It's another rest day for Woodward, so we're not signing anybody. I'm going to talk about Perisic on tonight's show. Don't want to bring that into here. So to come back and see it all over social media, but the reaction to it is really quite telling. Everybody, even the more relaxed United fans are like, he needs to go. It'd be good for us if he goes because he slows us down, and that's not the way we want to play football. So everybody wants him to go. I didn't expect him to go this summer. I don't know about you lot, but I can't see it. And another reason I can't see it happening is, and to be honest, this is sort of backing up what I've said, we can't afford to let a midfielder go. We actually can't afford to let a midfielder go. Now, Fellaini may be totally useless, but at least he is a body. We cannot afford to let a midfielder go. We've basically got Pogba, Herrera, Fellaini and Carrick as midfielders. Pereira, hopefully, that makes it 5, but we sometimes play 3 in the midfield. So you take Fellaini out of that and you've basically got Pogba, Herrera and Carrick. Of course, I know you're all thinking what I'm thinking. Well, we've got Fosu Mensah, we've got Twansibi, who he doesn't seem to want to play there. So that's another reason he won't let it happen. But I would be ecstatic if it happened. I would really, I've got to be totally honest, this would be the best summer ever if Fellaini left Manchester United. It would be better than signing Neymar because he would never be able to slow our midfield down again. And I'm adamant that that's a big problem for us. But enough of that. It isn't going to happen. Although I pray it does. Let me just read some comments. I'm going to do the Valerenga preview, and I've got my Manchester United team to show you. And also, I've got the winner of the United shirt. They've come through for me. Fair play to the company. We did it on the watch along the other day. I've been waiting and waiting. Have got the winner of the United shirt to announce. So, Sophie Richards says, I'd like him to go, but only if we sign another centre midfielder. Yeah, I think we will do anyway, Sophie, regardless. Who wants Fellaini right now, says Sebastian? Well, the Turkish league are always linked with him. So, the fact that a real human being, a club, want a player like that, I mean, for me, it'd be a half a packet of Monster Munch. That'd do it as a transfer fee. I mean, I saw some fans discussing it on Twitter, how much we'd get for Fellaini. Anything would do. I really don't care. Jingzi Ho said she would dab if Fellaini leaves. Mad Marcus would cry, says Beck Howell. Get the champagne out, says Costa. Put it on ice, mate. It won't be happening. Hell March says, Mark, you've been wrong on everything this season, so I'm going to pick the opposite of what you say. What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm totally trying to get this wrong purposely. I'm saying Fellaini's staying. I tell you what, I'm in the know. I'm in the know on this. Fellaini is staying, and I'm hoping I'm going to get it totally wrong. But yeah, he will stay anyway, won't he? Terrific news if he goes, says Rhythm of the Pride Lands. The sporting director said it himself, though. He said, we're close. I do agree that Mourinho might not agree to it, though, says Josh Hayes. Yeah, they are direct quotes from the Galatasaray director. Anyway, maybe we'll come back to that in a minute. Let me crack on. Manchester United are playing Valerenga tomorrow, tea time, Sunday tea time. Join us for the watch along for that. We'll be live an hour before kick-off and right the way through till full time as normal. The pre-season takes on a different turn now. We've done the US tour. I'm sad it's over, but I think the US tour allows you to play the wider squad, although for me, he didn't use Twansibi anywhere near enough, or Mitchell. I mean, I feel sorry for him. He looked so good in the little 5-minute cameos he had. But now, as we play Valerenga tomorrow, and we play Sampdoria on Wednesday, and then we've got the Super Cup, and then we've got West Ham, he's really got to be honing his formation and honing his team now. So, unfortunately, I don't think we'll see a lot of those sort of fringe players that we want to. I think we'll do well to see Pereira. I don't know what he said because I haven't seen any quotes from Mourinho as to whether he's going to play, how many subs they can make, whether he'll play a team for a half or whatever. To be honest, I'd rather see that because I want to see lots of people playing. But without further ado, this is my team for the game against, and I can see straight away I made a massive mistake. We haven't got two Marcus Rashfords. How nice that would be. So the Rashford up front should be Lukaku. So let's clarify that before everyone starts moaning. So Rashford up front should be Lukaku. But this is my team. And this is my team really that, I mean, you could make one or two changes, but this is sort of my team that I'm thinking for the West Ham game now. A few of you might have a few thoughts on this, and I'm looking at the comments just to get your thoughts, because my theory is that the goalkeeper picks himself. I'm so happy De Gea's staying. The back four, I think Bailly and Lindelof has to be the way that they want to go. Valencia right back, and Darmian's probably going to get it over Blind at the moment because Luke Shaw's injured. So it's not ideal, but that's what I'd go with. Fellaini, can people in the live comments let people know about Fellaini because they're joining late and they don't, well, in summary, I'll come back to it, but Fellaini has apparently agreed terms to go to Galatasaray. I think it's nonsense, but their director has said a deal's close as well. But maybe watch the first few minutes instead of joining halfway through. So the midfield three, Herrera at the moment has to be our centre defensive midfielder. I don't think it's ideal, but I think he's the best player that we've got because he is mobile, he can play the ball quickly, and he's intelligent. Pogba obviously ahead of him, and then I've put Mata in there because I liked that midfield three around October last time where we played them as a midfield three. You could play Mkhitaryan in there. We've got Mata as well. You could play Pereira there. A lot of people are saying Mickey for Mata. No problems with that. I just thought tomorrow let's play Mata because I like Mata and he didn't play much on the tour. But Mata, Mkhitaryan or Pereira, very, very happy with that. This is where it gets interesting though with the front three. I've gone Martial on the left because I love Martial. I think he's fantastic. I've gone Rashford on the right and Lukaku up front. I was very, very close, just to let you know, I was very, very close to putting Lingard on the right. For the simple reason, and it's how you do this. If you put Rashford on the bench, then you've got a good striker who is fresh to come off the bench for Lukaku. However, I didn't go with Lingard and I put Rashford there because I thought actually I want to play my best players. So Rashford out on the right, Martial on the left, Lukaku up front. That is our best players in the team. But it means if we need to take Lukaku off, we haven't got a striker. And I think that's the problem, isn't it? This is why Lingard is suddenly playing so much football because I think Mourinho's leaning more towards I can't play Rashford, Martial and Lukaku from the start because they might be my best three attackers, but what if I need to bring a striker on and they're tired? He actually hasn't got a striker. I mean, that's ridiculous. If you play Rashford on the right, Martial on the left, Lukaku up front, we don't have a striker who can come on. Nowhere. There's nobody in the youth that can be promoted. We have no striker on the bench if we play Rashford on the right, Martial on the left and Lukaku up front. And this is the simple reason that Lingard is playing so many games because he wants to have a striker on the bench who is fresh, which I can sort of understand, but this is the fear I have about Manchester United this season. I think we've got a really good 11, 12, 13 players, but if you put Rashford on a wing and Martial on the other, we have no striker to come on for Lukaku. He's basically got, hook or by crook, he's got to play every game. This is why Perisic, but I'll talk about him later, would be important, but I don't know whether that's going to happen now. So yeah, that would be my team. I don't really know a lot about Valerenga and I don't think we need to. Ultimately, they're a Norwegian side and we should be beating them. It's about getting minutes in the legs and I'm looking forward to it in that sense because we are getting fresher. We're only 2 weeks away, 2 weeks tomorrow actually, that we play West Ham at Old Trafford, the first Premier League of the season. what I would like to see tomorrow is, and as you can see, if I go back, that is a 4-3-3 formation, because I think that's the 4-3-3 we'll play. What I really want to do, what I really want to see, is the formation that we saw in the first half against Man City, or the 3-5-2 that we saw against LA Galaxy, where we actually have a number 10. We did it by playing Pogba and Herrera as a midfield 2 in the first half against Man City, and then we had Mkhitaryan as sort of like the number 10 link with the striker. I'd love to see that happen. We've got to link the midfield with the attack, and I think too many times United, the game sort of dwindles out. We're good defensively, but we don't create anything, and it becomes quite a mundane game. So I think over these next 2 games, and certainly the Super Cup, we've got to see an improvement in the way we're playing football, and we've got to sort of start to see what Mourinho's vision is for the next season, because at the moment I think it looks very similar to last season, where we're grinding out results, we're not entertaining very often, we're not creating loads of chances. And I think we need to sort of see what his vision for this season is, because he won't, people can criticise Mourinho, but he won't be going into this season undecided on what his formation is. And we need to start to see that, so we can sort of get a vision of what we think is going to happen this season. So the important thing for United is getting that link between the midfield and the attack, and actually getting the ball quick to our wide players, and finding Lukaku with the runs that he will make. If that means reverting to Pogba and Herrera as a midfield 2 with Mkhitaryan slightly ahead of them, or even Mata, or even Pereira, then I'm happy to do that. We haven't had the summer that we should have had in relation to transfers. We can carry on being negative and moaning about that, or we can start to realise that the Premier League season is 2 weeks away, and we haven't kicked a ball really that matters. We've not lost any points, we've not been beaten, we're level with everybody, and 2 weeks' time, we all will be behind United, hoping that we can get off to a start by beating West Ham. So I want to see a bit more from Mourinho as to what his plans are for next season, and I think we'll see that over the next 2 games. Will I see that team that I've picked? Will Martial start? I still think, despite that bit of brilliance out of nothing that Martial can produce, I still think that he's firmly of the opinion that Lingard will start. And one thing I'll always say is that if Fellaini plays regularly for Manchester United, we won't win a title. It's impossible. I've always thrown Lingard into that category. However, I've been quite impressed with him on the pre-season tour. But as somebody said on the tour, don't be impressed by Lingard. He's fitter than everybody else because he carries no weight, because he's so skinny that he's always naturally fit. Whereas everybody else, they'll have a month off and it will take them a few weeks to get back sharp. By the start of the season, everyone will be as sharp as Lingard, and he'll be back to his average self. So we'll wait and see. He has done well on the tour. He has started every game. I'll reserve judgment on Lingard till the end of August when we've played some real games, but I don't know whether I want to move away from the fact that if Lingard's in a starting United lineup, we can't win the league. I'm sort of holding judgment on that at the moment. Okay, so score predictions. I think we'll win tomorrow. I don't ever really go for... I think United, as it was on about the formation and the way we're playing at the moment, it would be a brave man to say we'd win any game by more than 2 goals, despite whoever the opponent is. Let's not forget, we played Barcelona reserves, we've played the 3rd team of Real Salt Lake, and we didn't punish them. So Valerenga, I think 2-0 Manchester United is a realistic prediction. Barkley in for Fellaini, says James Max C. Look, I like Barkley. I did the video yesterday. I appreciate it's all about opinion, but I do like Ross Barkley. So I've just looked at as well. We are on 119,964. So someone's left. See ya. Subscribers. We are basically 40 away from 120,000 subscribers. So if you are new, or you've never subscribed, you just watch and don't subscribe, please click that subscribe button, because we could, in the next minute or so, have a very big moment on the United stand that we can all share collectively as we hit 120,000. Never been there before, and a big round number. So, and on that, as a little bit of reward for you lot, we have got 2 United shirts to give away. We gave one away the other night. It was a bit of a long-winded process, but we can't just pick people off the live comments anymore, because if I said, Ahmed Sheikh, you've won a United shirt, poor Ahmed, he hasn't, I'm just using him as an example, I'd probably get about 10 emails from loads of different Ahmed Sheikh email addresses saying that they are that person. It's too easy to pretend. So what we did is we had a little partnership for the watch along with a Spot the Ball app. If you signed up with an email address, and they have then provided us with the list, which we've done a draw from. So without further ado, the winner of the Manchester United shirt, I've clicked the wrong email. Oh, You bloody idiot. The winner is... I nearly read his email address out. The winner of the Manchester United shirt is Luke Crocker. We've got your email address, Luke. I've sent you the email already. Reply to us with what shirt you want and size, etc. And that will be coming out to you. So well done to Luke Crocker. You've won the United shirt. And we do have another one to give away. I will explain how you do that on the 8 o'clock show tonight. You can choose whether you want the home shirt, the black shirt, or the new grey shirt. I mean, you're a brave person if you want that. We're 10 away from 120,000 subscribers. Sell Fellaini and get Renato Sanchez, says Paul Pogba. The thing is, Manchester United, if they actually acted intelligently in the transfer window, and if they actually wanted to get rid of Fellaini, which I don't think they do. For those who are joining late, Fellaini's apparently going to Galatasaray because their directors said so. I'm sure they've said this before anyway. I don't believe it's going to happen. We'll have a party here. I'll get Draughty to do a party studio if we sold Fellaini, because I think all of us, with all due respect to Fellaini, it's not nasty to say we wish you'd leave now. You've had 4 years at the club, and we've never got anywhere near a title, and he's just not good enough. I'd love him to go. I don't think he's going to go, but if he did go, you know, of course I would take Matic over Fellaini, but get Matic in and get Renato Sanchez in, or get Ross Barkley in. Get a 2 in and get rid of him, and we would look a hell of a lot better team straight away. A hell of a lot of a better team. And we've just hit 120,000 subscribers as well, which is fantastic. So another big achievement for everybody. Well done. The United stand just goes from strength to strength. Somebody just said that it's April Fools in relation to Fellaini. We're in that middle ground, really. It's July, so you can't do April Fools. But also, it's July, so it can't be Christmas. So he can't be leaving. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. United shirts all round if Fellaini goes. Yeah, Sophie, I'd love to do that. I'd consider it as well. Bankrupts the United stand and everybody involved by buying everybody a United shirt. But it would be nice if he left. We'll wait and see. Anyway, this was a bonus show. I don't want to spend Saturday Night Live talking about Fellaini. I do want to touch on Perisic. I do want to talk about him. Got a few notes I want to talk about him. We will be live at 8 o'clock tonight. It is Saturday night Q&A really, massively about the live comment section. I'll also put a post up on Twitter. You can put your questions up on there, but it's just an interactive show. We'll open up in the first 5 minutes about all the current news, and then we'll just interact massively about that. Danielle, I'm not leaving the United stand. I think a few people have sort of took this the wrong way. I have had a few people actually from last night sending videos in. Soccerboxtv@gmail.com. Basically, we're putting an ad out in 2 weeks' time around the media because we want to take on somebody part-time, paid work, to work on the United stand. But, as always, we'll give you, the viewer, the chance, if you're good enough, to get involved. So soccerboxtv@gmail.com. Just send us a couple of minute video of what you think, what the 3 things you would change at Manchester United this summer if you were the manager from this point. We transfer it, you can send it to that email, soccerboxtv@gmail.com. But basically, it's a part-time position, it is paid, and it will probably lead to a full-time job and a career. But we are going to advertise, but we want to offer it out to you lot first. If you've got skills in that area, let us know. That would be great. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Back live tonight at 8 o'clock. Get commenting below if you're not watching live. What are your thoughts about Fellaini? What are your thoughts about that team that I put up? And what are your thoughts, realistically, what are your thoughts about the way we are playing? Are you happy? Do you think that Mourinho tomorrow will start using the formation and playing style that we're going to use next season? I certainly think we need to. But well done, Luke Crocker, for winning the shirt. Join us tonight at 8 o'clock. We've got another one to give away. And thanks everyone who's joined me at 4:30 on a Saturday afternoon in the UK and wherever else you are. Time could be well, it will be different all over the world. But thanks everyone, and thanks for everyone who was watching live and saw us hit 120,000. Every day on the United stand, it's a new achievement, and we share it collectively, and that is exactly why I want the first person to be paid to do the United stand, because me and Draughty, we don't get paid. The money gets saved up so that we can start growing this as a real fan channel. I hope it comes from one of you lot. If we have to go and find somebody, that's fine, but I want it to come from one of you lot, so get involved. Thanks for watching. Speak tonight at 8 o'clock, and I'll speak to you all very soon.